So if you're anywhere near North Carolina, you know that we've been getting rain for the past 4 to 6 days, pretty much straight. I already accepted in my mind that there was going to be some casualties, but right now it looks like everything's still living. So I'm pretty impressed, pretty happy, and hopefully we're supposed to get rain for the next like 5 or 6 days straight again, but hopefully we get spots of clear enough to dry some of this up, and so I'm not getting too saturated. I'm guessing that that the double digging. I'm giving all credit to the double digging, just basically because I'm down 18 inches or 24 inches. There's room for drainage. But anyways, most everything looks great. I'd say like 90% of everything. Haven't lost really any leaves or any major leaves, and no issues. A couple of them, got trimmed up a little bit of the unneeded fat. So, anyways, also there's a ton of new growth in the middle of these rows. They're called weeds, and I just haven't got the chance to weed because it's been so wet and raining all the time. So, anyways, real quickly, I'm gonna go kind of highlight my favorites and see, show you what's really putting out some new growth, some great growth, and then I'll run up front and I'll show you what you got in the containers. Those are under the awning for safekeeping. Anyways, these two are Butch Tees, and these are in the group of the favorites. These have got some great looking leaves. These are about 4.5-inch leaves. Up here, I think it got really hit by the wind. A lot of the flying debris put a couple holes in here. I don't see any slugs around or anything like that, so I wouldn't say anything's getting munching on these. I think it's just flying debris. This one looks really good. This one looks pretty decent too. The Morugas, these two, they're kind of slow growers, but in the past couple days have started to put out new growth, which is looks pretty good. I'm happy about that. This Nagamorich has seen better days. I put it in the ground. I put it in the ground knowing it wasn't like one of the best ones I had, but I needed a Nagamorich and I wanted to put the biggest one. I only had 2 of them, so the biggest one went in the ground. But it's got a ton of flowers starting, so you don't need leaves to have tons of pods. Or you don't need a ton of leaves to have a ton of pods. Yeah, that sounds better. Anyways, so hey, it's doing decently for me. This Bujlokia Giant Red is putting out a ton of lateral growth, which is awesome because before it was kind of took a while. It was lagging behind the others, but all of a sudden, like, it just started popping out all this growth from the side. This is all within the past week or so, so pretty exciting. Gonna hopefully start bushing out a little bit more. This Indian Carbon looks really good too. I'm happy with this one. Nice leaves in the top, looking up to the sun, so it's like it's not drooping and pissed off of the world. So it looks like the rain isn't killing this one yet. Knock on some wood. These are 2 7-pot originals, and these are got some massive freaking leaves on here. These are like 1.5 times the size of those Butch Tees. So there is some lateral growth in there, but these main leaves right here are pretty amazing. I'm excited about that. Hopefully it continues on the path of awesomeness that it is on. Let's see, this is 7 white, and that's doing pretty good. It's right in line with the originals over there. The Primo, which I'm disappointed that it's not any bigger, however, it's just starting to put out some more growth. It's kind of a slow grower. It has been a slow grower for me. This is a cross-country nursery plant. I think that mine ended up a lot better when I put them in the ground. Almost all the cross-country nurseries hit transplant shock. They're growing now, but I think before you put them in the ground, you're going to need, or put them in a container, I think they need a little bit of hardening up. Not necessarily hardening off, but you need to put a fan on them for a week or two, because I don't think they had fans on these, and it really negatively affected it, and a lot of these are just stunted and small. Anyways, here's one of the Douglas. Here's my Douglas, and this is probably one of my favorites too. It's got not a lot of lateral growth, but there's like a dozen or 2 dozen flowers starting on this one, and I'm a picker. I pick off the flowers until it gets to a certain point, but now that they're in the ground, I'm just like, whatever, man. I'd be picking all day long. So very happy with this one. I would say, here's the Infinity. It just it was kind of slow, and then it started exploding. I mean, this thing is probably 11 inches, 12 inches tall, but a lot of the growth is mangled. But hey, man, it's putting off new growth. I'm not too worried about it, and all the lateral growth looks really nice, like you can see down here. That's it for the supers that are really impressive, or the ones that I'm really loving. Some of these over here look really good. Like this one right here is a Fatali, and this has just got like just really, really nice looking leaves. So I'm happy with that one. My Biker Billies are putting off a ton of flowers. I was gonna pick, but we'll see how the pods start forming. There's probably a dozen of them on this one. And then this is a really cool looking plant. This is my Maui Purple. It's just like this purple and green bush. It's really, really impressive. I like it a lot. Alright, so that's enough for what I got back here. Let me run up front real quick. Try to keep this video under 10 minutes. I've, in order to safeguard from all the rain that we've been having, I put them under the awning up front. And it seems to have saved a lot of them from certain death. Anyways, they look really good, honestly. My favorite one is up here, if you can guess, that one. This is a Boot Chocolate, and it just looks like all the professional pictures that are out there. All the guys that are putting out the ones the way they're supposed to look. This is how mine looks in here. I got a really nice growth, a lot of lateral growth, but it's just nice and tall, and the leaves look healthy, so happy with that one. This Primo looks better than the one that's in the ground in the back, so at least I got one Primo that's doing pretty well. This just took off. This is a this is a 7-pot Brain Strain Red, and it over the past week, I would say, it's really, really taken off. I'm really happy with that. It's got a lot of flowers starting, and this one can support some pods. This is another Infinity. It's got a little bit of mango growth right here, but all the other growth looks really, really nice. I'm happy with that one. And here's a Boot Red that looks really, really nice too. So these in here have been doing pretty decently. I'm happy with the ones that are in the pots. The Smart Pots are drying quicker than the others, so in this heavy rain, I'm loving the Smart Pots, but everything else is doing well too, so I really haven't had anything that just dropped dead yet. So I'm expecting 1 or 2 casualties over the next week or two of rain, but so far, so good. Everything looks pretty healthy and happy, so I appreciate you guys taking the time out and watching. I got some